And former Home Minister and senior Congress leader P. Chidambaram has said that the terror attack in Pahalgam was intended to create a communal divide. I caught up with him earlier and began by asking him about the action that the Indian government has taken so far. Take a look.
Clearly, the government is pointing a finger at Pakistan, which is again expected and perhaps correct. So we welcome the measures, but it can't stop with these measures.
How do you see this as an important point in our fight against terror? The government's rationale was, and yesterday the Foreign Secretary said, over the last 1 year, we've seen the successful conduct of elections in Jammu and Kashmir. There was a semblance of normalcy. The economy was coming back on track, and this has been done to derail the return to normalcy. Now, keeping this in mind, what do you think India's response should be?
No, it's not for me to say what India's response should be. It's for the government to consult us and what they intend to do and what our comments are. Because the government has all the information. Government must weigh the options and choose, as I said, the most effective and deterrent option. Whatever option the government chooses, the Congress party will support it. Well, it's for the government to tell us what options are there and what option is likely to be taken. But on the earlier statement, yes, they conducted elections in Jammu and Kashmir, but I don't think there was a return to normalcy or there is a revival of the economy. Those are debatable issues, but we won't debate them now.
Right. So as a former Home Minister, someone who's dealt with 2611 investigations and so many anti-terror investigations at the highest possible level, what do you think the intentions of these terrorists were in the manner in which they targeted civilians in a tourist hotspot?
This is not unusual. This is what they do every time. The idea, the motive is to create panic among the people of India. The motive is to inflame communal passions. You know, the kind of questions they asked of the tourists, and based on their answer and based on their response, what they did. So it's clearly to inflame passions, especially communal passions, and to divide the country and to create panic among people. The intentions have not changed, despite losing a couple of wars and despite being condemned by many, many countries of the world. The intention of the terrorists is the same. It's, in fact, the intention of terrorists of any kind are the same: to create panic and to inflame either communal or religious passions and to divide the country. Right?
So when it comes to suspending the Indus water treaty, currently the Indian government said we are putting the treaty in abeyance, which means you're pausing cooperation, you're not abrogating it, you're not scrapping it, you can't do it unilaterally. But what more can we do as per our international rights and obligations?
Well, I have not examined that treaty recently, but what does suspension of the Indus water treaty mean immediately? It's for the government to tell us. The waters, I suppose, will continue to flow. But the treaty has been suspended. What impact it will have on the ground, it's for the government to tell us. If the government tells us what is the implication, what is the effect of suspending the treaty, then we can respond.
Right. What are the kind of measures you think the government can take, sir, considering we've got a lot of support globally? A lot of condolence messages have flown from the White House, from the European Union, from the UK, and all the world pass for that matter. How do you see India's position now to corner Pakistan militarily, diplomatically, and economically?
So far, the government has used strong words, maybe by implication, but they have used strong words. And they have taken the first steps, clearly implicating Pakistan. Now, what the government is capable of doing immediately or in the short run, I don't know. In fact, the defense minister said near future. So it's for the government to weigh the options. But it will be more than, I suppose, it'll be more than the singular strike in Balakot. The singular strike in Balakot had an effect, but it did not have, apparently, a very deterrent effect. Because in the last 1 year, there have been several terrorist incidents, not of the scale that we witnessed 2 days ago. So let's see what the government contemplates. I don't want to anticipate the government.
All right, so that was former Home Minister P. Chidambaram saying that India's response must be smart and a calibrated one as well. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of News Center. More news and updates continue right here.